It was a chilly evening when I came back home after a draining day at work. I felt exhausted, worn out, and all I wanted was to step inside, take a hot shower, and escape the world for a bit. But when I grabbed the door handle, it wouldn't turn. Puzzled, I knocked. No reply. I knocked again, louder. Still nothing. Then I looked at my phone. A text from her said, "You need space to think. Don't come in tonight." My heart dropped. We've been arguing a lot over small things that stacked up like bricks between us, but I never thought she'd actually shut me out. I stood there, unsure of my next move. The evening was getting colder, and I had nowhere to turn. I didn't want to call friends. It felt humiliating. Just as I was about to walk away, I heard a voice. "Hey, you all right?" It was Rachel, the neighbor next door. Always polite, always cheerful. I tried to act normal, but she could tell something was off. I told her what happened, thinking she'd just nod and leave. Instead, she stepped aside and said, "You can stay at my place tonight. No, one should be left out in the cold." I hesitated. It felt strange, but the cold was biting and my ego was already bruised. "Are you sure?" I asked. She gave a soft smile. "Yeah, it's just a couch." That night, I sat on her sofa, wrapped in a blanket, sipping warm tea, while she quietly moved around, giving me space without needing answers. We didn't talk much, just a few words, here and there, but her calm energy helped clear the fog of my mind for the first time in weeks. I saw how distant my relationship had become. Somehow, love had morphed into control and manipulation. That locked door wasn't just physical. It was symbolic of how unwelcome I had become in my own life. The next morning, she made breakfast for both of us. Nothing special, just toast and eggs, but it felt like a meal filled with warmth. I thanked her and said I'd find somewhere else for the night, but she shook her head. "You can stay as long as you need. No rush." Days turned into a week. During that time, Rachel and I shared meaningful chats about dreams, life, and wounds. I found myself smiling again, something I hadn't done in ages. She never pried, only asked when I wanted to share. Her kindness was quiet but steady. Then one evening, a message arrived from my partner. She wanted to meet and explain why she did what she did. We met at a nearby cafe. She spoke about stress, fear, and how she felt we were slipping apart. I listened carefully, and for once, I wasn't scared of the silence. When she asked if I wanted to come back, I said no. I walked away lighter. I returned to Rachel's, not as someone fleeing a broken home, but someone choosing peace. I told her everything. She simply nodded and handed me a cup of coffee. "You did the right thing," she said. Eventually, I got my own apartment nearby. Rachel and I stayed close. Sometimes we'd sit on her porch, chatting for hours. Sometimes just watch the sunset in silence. People would ask if there was something more between us. Maybe there was. Maybe there wasn't. But that wasn't the point. It was about healing. In hindsight, being locked out was the best thing that happened to me. It forced me to face what I'd been avoiding and led me to someone who reminded me how compassion feels. Life has odd ways of revealing truths. Sometimes all it takes is a locked front door and a neighbor's open one.